the for that model, like the animation, like
Oh, really?
when we first see you, when you load into the world, it was like
Oh, yeah. I forgot it does that. The
you're doing like an explosion. Yeah.
yeah. Well, it's nice to see you. How are you doing?
Doing good.
That's pretty good.
I had a fantastic and crazy day
I'm
so far.
sorry it took so long to join and to have
Oh,
this.
no problem.
Yeah, I'm very excited though. It's gonna be cool getting to know you, and I guess getting to know each other because the way I like to do interviews is do a back and
Mhm.
forth. Like we both ask each other questions. So yes, like someone joked before, it is pretty much just a normal conversation. But I don't know. It's still we're both interviewing each other. It's kind of fun.
Hmm. Yeah. Heck yeah.
Yeah. So you
talk
wanna
about it.
sit down and get started?
Sure.
Awesome.
And then yeah, no problem about the wait because that actually gave me time to like order food and like eat it and stuff like that.
That's
and
awesome.
Had a little BRB, so
I'll probably have to eat
Yeah.
later too. I haven't actually, now I think, but I haven't eaten today. I've been worrying because that video I was trying to publish took forever to render and then get like, ugh, it was a pain. There's some
with
issues
this
I
Asian
had.
Fox and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, but it's still it was
Nice,
such a good
okay.
interview. It was very fun. Whoops, did not mean to summon my hammer.
Nice.
Ignore that.
Suddenly Mjolnir.
Yes,
Suddenly Mjolnir.
very much so.
Cool.
So how do
where
you
where
typically
you
set
wanna do
stuff
that?
up? I'm gonna see what you do typically, kind of, because you said that you used this role before.
Yeah. Well, for when I did, I put a flamingo there, and then I sat down there,
Done right there.
and then a little bit sat on the couch, and then I can just stay full body. I can literally just bring up a chair and sit in it, and then push this move, so it looks like I'm sitting down on the couch.
Oh, awesome. Nice. Can you actually sit? You can sit on these, right? Or are they not actually sittable?
They should be sittable.
I thought
You can
they were.
sit, yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah, I
sit,
saw
yep.
it for a second.
On this one.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see if it lets
Mhm.
me. I'm not trying to summon my hammer. It keeps trying to. Maybe it's because I'm already in seating place. Oh, there we go. There, now that worked. Oh, but I'm really.
Yeah.
That was weird for a second. Oh, I gotta see if that was just a one-time weirdness. Maybe I just have to sit up straight. I can just see my. Oh, there we go. I think it's better now.
Oh,
Does that look all right?
well, if you, yeah. What you
Okay.
do too is, I think you can take that seat too.
All right, whatever you think
It's
would
up to
work
you.
best.
Okay.
I'm up for
Well,
anything.
technically, we're doing back and forth, but usually like
Yeah.
and you're, like technically the interviewer goes
Oh,
there. You would
good,
go on the
good
couch.
point. Good point.
But it's up to you.
All right, I guess I'll take the seat then. If I can get there we
Okay.
go. Now it works. I just have to let this
Nice
load.
you. Okay. Cool. Do we actually want to do this? Like
Like how?
let me do something real fast.
I have some
Let me use
copyright-free
my-
music in the background just so it doesn't get boring.
Same. That's what I do.
Yeah. Although I need to
got
make
the
a
gliders back?
longer one. Just trying to get my. Hold on, my cord's all tangled up underneath my chair.
I can just place this move into it. Just no problem.
Yeah, that's good. Give me
Cool.
one moment. I gotta untangle my cord. It's being a pain. There we go. Oh, now that I'm standing, probably there we go. I think it fixed itself on the chair.
Let's see here.
Again, I summoned my hammer a lot by accident. Sometimes it doesn't like. There we
It's all
go.
good. There's one, and then.
Are you able to use
close
these
up,
cameras
maybe?
too, or something?
Hmm?
Are you able to use more than one?
What I
string
do
thing?
is what I do is there's 3 pins at the bottom. Is
Oh,
I'll make
yeah.
I'll make the different pins, and then you can swap between them.
Oh,
So
I
one
didn't
can
know
be
that.
like a zoomed out thing, and then you can have another one like be closer.
That's so cool.
This one would
So
be like
I actually want to see how that's done. Let's see. I kind of want to put a pin here. I think that'd be kind of a good spot. I think.
oh, so what you wanna do is if you change to a pin, so that doesn't necessarily like then you have to use the top one, the cycle movement space.
Oh, really?
Make that a world, and that'll it'll
okay.
keep it like it there.
Well, that's a good thing. I just have to get it to
Yeah.
work because it's trying. It's like I don't know. It can be finicky sometimes. Let's see.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to get you to work. Let's see.
Turn my tooltips off.
There we go. And so you said make it a world, right?
That makes it stay there even if you move.
Okay. And so, okay, I see how. Okay, I understand that now. So if okay, that actually now I understand, and that actually helped a lot. Thank you for that. That's actually really awesome. So if I get up and I put it,
Okay.
and I put it anywhere, I can actually set it down and cycle between them. Is there like
So you can have it be like a stationary camera, like looking at you, basically.
Oh, that's so cool. That is really cool. All right.
I'm moving my chair over
do
here.
this and just have to try seeing it. So you go select pin, like for instance, I could select pin 1, right? If it works.
You can put that as a camera somewhere, and then when you select, then you select a different pin and in your hand again. Then you can set that up if you want it, kind of.
So I leave that there,
You can cycle between them, like if you want, like yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's so cool. I understand that now. Okay. So that looks. Oh, that's actually really cool. Thank you. You just made my interviewing a lot cooler.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, that's awesome. Okay. So I'm not trying to cycle between that camera. I'm trying to get the pins sometimes are being a bit finicky. There we go. I think that's a good one. And put that as a world. And then if I can just select pin 1 as well, maybe. Well, I think pin 2 and pin 1 are both good pins. We'll see. Yeah. Okay, this looks like it's going to be an interesting one. I just have to grab my camera again. Can I get to pin... Let me see. So if I put my camera like right here, I can actually see where I'm moving everything. That's cool. So it'll stay there if I put it as the world. I like that. That's actually really cool. Thank you. Just are you trying to get... Oh, there we go. So, oh yeah, you just can move your play space like that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, play space mover for.
Is that when you hit that full body though, right?
So you can do it without having full body. I'm not quite sure how. You have to like basically trick it into thinking you do.
Oh, okay.
But there is a way to do it.
Alrighty. Well,
I'm not quite sure how.
I've been looking forward to this because after my first interview with Miss Agent Fox, I was like, I love this and I want to try this. And I wanted to ask you first because you seem like a really down to earth and awesome guy who's almost up for anything. Honestly, that's that was my first impression of you when I first met you.
Oh, my hand's coming off there. I think mostly ready.
Yeah, let me just see. Camera, will you cycle? So is there like a way to okay, there we go. It's letting me cycle between pins. Well, I just stick to this one camera I set up though for now because it seems like the best angle I got. There we go. I don't know. Just kind of looks like a good angle for now.
Cool.
But so I guess good. If you're ready, I'm ready. All right.
Let me just like moving cords out of the way because I don't usually use a chair.
Oh yeah,
I almost never sit down.
Same here. I was saying, my cords always get tangled around my chair when I'm in seated play, and it just gets annoying. But I don't have a big room. Like pretty much the circle everyone sees below my feet is my play space, which is not a large one. I mean, I could probably expand it, but then I'd have to stand on my bed, and that'd look weird. I look like I'm levitating in VRChat. That'd be funny. Actually, I did just think of another good pin. Hold on a second. Now that I think about it, I still have another good one I should probably try. I just need to get pin 2 to show back up. Sorry about that. I just thought of a really good camera. If I can just get it to work. It's just because I'm hitting stuff in my room that's being a pain. And okay, just gotta go. Okay, I really need to back up a bit. I probably have to fix my seating arrangement too, maybe. Okay, there we go. Okay, now it's camera again. So if I can just wish it would stay on that one pin, it wouldn't keep adjusting. I think that's
adjusting.
Good. Yeah, like whenever I grab the camera, it like keeps changing the pin. I'm gonna put this closer. I'm gonna try. Let's see. Does that look good? I think that's a. Oh, whoops. Hold on. Let me put it. Come on. Stop going on top of the table. A very amateur interviewer, if you can't tell. I'm definitely not professional.
Oh, no problem.
I mean, you did just teach me about this, so
you have the luxury of you can just edit this part out.
that is very true. Yeah.
Mm.
I think that's a good camera. I think I just need it to let me change it to the world. It's being a pain. I almost got it. There we go. I think that is good. I think that's a good one. Let's see. Yeah, that is a good one. I can swap between the two. Oh yeah, no, I got a good set now. Because now if I talk to you, I can it'll actually look like. Let me see if I pull up my headphones. Is it? Yeah, it looks like it looks. Oh, I was looking out of my head, so I just watched you on my Streamlabs just fell through the floor. I'm like, uh-oh.
That happens every once in a while. No biggie.
No biggie. VRChat.
Yeah, I'm just trying to. Okay.
So I guess one of the first questions I want to ask you is kind of a twofer. Two of them are. One is, how did you discover VRChat, and my second is what got you into streaming?
So what got me into VRChat was I would watch a bunch of like Foxy videos back in what would that be, like 2018?
Oh, really?
I think no, 2019, 2017-ish. And I saw a lot of people like Shinakame, and Jakey and Junkrat Waifu, like Ryan, like all those guys. I was like, oh my gosh, it looks so cool. And even just like some stuff from like Amish Doink and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? Maybe I can do like a character. So I went around as I tried to be Claptrap when I first started. I got like a voice changer and stuff.
Oh, nice.
It sort of worked, not really.
I kind of did the same thing actually with a Dalek voice changer.
I was afraid to talk to people. Yeah.
Oh, really? You seem so charismatic.
I mean, at first, because I started off on desktop, like when I first started playing, it took me like about 4-ish months before I got VR.
Oh, really? Oh,
wonderful. What has happened?
Let me just change pins.
Hello?
There you go. You're in the couch. What? Oh, there you go. You're back.
What? Okay.
I don't know what happened there.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, and then you said, how do I start streaming? So how I started streaming was I always kind of wanted to do it, and at that time I had an Oculus, and we just moved from Texas to Northwest, and so I was like, you know what, we're somewhere where I can actually have the internet to be able to do it. I'm just gonna go ahead and try it, and yeah, it just it was pretty rough at first. I would do like entire streams without realizing there's like some like audio setting that wasn't on, and it was like I basically just like hopped into the fire kind of a thing, and just kind of tried I was like really watching YouTube tutorials and that kind of stuff. So
yeah,
that's how I kind of started.
That's cool. Just a quick question: if I move my camera right here, like around here, would it be shown in the cameras or no? I don't think so, right?
Would what be shown in the cameras?
Like if I move my camera right here. Oh yeah, no, it doesn't. Okay, so I can easily switch between pins. All right, I just wanted to test something.
Oh yeah. You can move the so like I actually have mine like where my hand is, like right here.
You really have improved the style of this. This is gonna be so cool.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Don't know if you want to ask a question now. So I feel like we should take turns. It'd be kind of cool to do that.
Sure. What did you? So I saw your first video. Where did you learn to do your editing?
Honestly, myself. I started off using Blender for editing videos, which really was the worst in the world.
Blender? Really?
Yeah, as a video editor, but it's not the best, and I do not recommend Blender at all to anybody because it's good for an amateur. It's free, so that's a good plus, and it's better than Movie Maker and any of those. Doesn't have no watermarks, but the render times, like even my current programs, I use Sony Movie Studio Platinum 13, which it's not Sony Vegas, but it's almost like that. It's like a much cheaper, dumbed down version. And the render times on that still can be pretty bad, like depending.
Oh god! Oops! Crap.
No! I moved! Shoot! Whoops! Crap!
There you go.
Dagnabbit. Okay, I got me. We're back. Okay,
Yeah.
continue. Sorry.
And so the render times on Blender were like 3 times as much. So like a 20-minute video could take 3 hours. So it was not great.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it was not fun. But what really, yeah, like that's so I taught myself how to edit. Really, like I may have watched a couple of videos here and there, especially because Blender is kind of difficult to use, and it was so complex that it taught me how to be a very complex editor. So that was pretty cool. Let me just see real quick. Okay, I just got a new follower, so I just wanted to say thank you, Slated Cat, for following.
Fuck. Oh yeah, Slade. So Slade actually is the creator of this world too.
Oh, really?
Puts them on the
Awesome,
right there.
really?
Yeah.
Shout out to you. Okay, I'm gonna
Shout
say
out.
shout out to you. You are awesome for creating this world. It's a really cool world.
Indeed. Yep. Agree 100%.
Oh yeah, it's so cool. I mean, you can have a full talk show over here because you got a red chair and then you got tons of seats if you wanted to have like a full group of 4 or whatever. It could be so cool.
Mhm.
But yeah. And for me, just that's how I got into editing and how I taught myself. What about you with your editing style? Well, actually, do you do YouTube that often? Actually, now that I think about it,
so I am learning. I use DaVinci because it's free.
Oh, really?
And yeah, it. I mean, I've kind of learned it. I'm working on like a pet project right now. With like, it's supposed to be possibly an intro / just like epic video kind of thing. I don't really know how to explain it. It's got like fantasy aspects to it. It also has, I don't know. It's about 70% done, and I have to get some more footage from like actually inside VRChat and stuff. But
yeah. I can't wait to see
it's been a good
though.
like thing to practice. Yeah, I have a preview on my YouTube channel, like the first like 30 seconds of it.
I'll need to check that out.
But yeah, it's just Happy Steward.
I'm subscribed. I made sure once I found out who you were, I was immediately like, okay, this guy's super down to earth, super chill. Like, I'm gonna not only follow him on Twitch, I'm gonna find out if he has a YouTube.
Yeah, I need to do more things on YouTube. I just find myself spending all my time in VR or streaming. So
I can definitely relate
I need to
that.
just like dedicate a couple days or something. But yeah, I don't know. So they're just like self tutorials, and then some of my friends know how to, so like they give me little tips in here and there. Even Maddie's awesome. Actually, Maddie knows stuff about. Because he's really good with audio. He's like an audio engineer kind of a thing.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, he was saying he makes his own music. I can't wait to interview him on that and see how that does it, because I do a little music production myself, so that'll be interesting to hear.
Ask him about Homeless Dave. See what he says.
Oh great! I wonder what that's gonna mean. What?
This is it has to do with his music. But
oh really?
I'll tell you.
I'm excited to hear about it.
Okay.
And I kind of have another question for you. Is like, so where, like, because to me, in my opinion, this is why I titled the stream "The Stylish Happy Steward," because in my opinion, you have the most stylish avatar in VRChat that I've ever seen. I just kind of want to know where you came up with that idea from.
So a lot of this is due to wonderful map creator as well as my friend. They actually stream too, and avatar creator too, named Sarah Doge. They helped me with my original models. At this point, technically the only thing remaining of the actual like original model is the face. The hair has changed a little bit. The hat was added. The suit's not even part of the original thing. It's been like a kind of like a whole thing, but I wanted something that was like fancy, and so I was like, all right, how about a top hat? I was like, sweet. So we put the top hat on. He's like, would it be funny if you had a top hat on top hat? I was like, that sounds amazing. Yeah,
that was a
so
great
the original
idea.
the original model couldn't actually take the hat off, and what happened was I met someone named Swan. She's a really fun gal. She was like, "Oh my gosh, that's so cool! Like, tell me you can take your hat off." And I was like, "I can't." And she's like, "Oh, that's disappointing." And so like Sarah heard about it, and the next like week I could do this. I could take off the little hat,
That's
so
so
like the lady
awesome.
people like that.
You see, somebody made a
And
joke
then I
that
went
you can
back to
milady
her
people
like a month
twice.
later.
Like milady,
Oh yeah,
milady.
milady. The what happened? And then I went back to her and she's like, "Oh, cool! Tell me you can take off the big hat." I was like, "No." So again, Sarah heard about it, and then I was able to take off the big hat
That's awesome.
a couple weeks later. So
I've seen
so Sarah's wonderful.
Yeah,
A
Don.
great after map creator.
Oh, really awesome. Don was telling me he was pulling us he pulled us into the TwitchCon world to kind of show us around, and I saw a picture of you, and I saw that you had actually had the top hat and all that,
Yeah.
which was pretty cool.
I made it. It's
pretty
it's over
cool.
there in the corner of my room.
Oh, for a second I looked over in real life. I mean, not real life, in VR.
Oh no! Oh no! No, actually, in the corner of this map. No.
I know.
No, it's yeah.
Yeah. Nope. It's what I do is in my when I also like stream sometimes like variety stuff. Even I mostly do stuff in VR, but sometimes I get on a variety kick and I want to play like I don't know, like Borderlands or something, and so we'll play that. And I actually have it, so when people subscribe to me, I say thank you, good sir, and I actually will take off the top because it has Velcro on the top, so I can take off the little hat and put it back on.
That's awesome. That's a really good thing. And so for me, a question I want to ask, because the thing is, I want to state that it's not wrong to have a persona in VRChat at all. I think it's a wonderful thing. It's just some people are like put on too much of a face, in my opinion. But for me, in my opinion, I just want to ask you: do you think you put on a persona, or are you just being yourself?
I answer this. So, Happy Steward, when I'm in VRChat and I'm like streaming, it's a version of me, but it's like taken up to like 11 or like 12 out of 10.
Okay.
So, when I'm like just in real life, I'd say I'm like a 7 or 8 on like if there was like a Happy Steward scale, I guess. But definitely when I'm streaming, I'm trying to be high energy. I'm trying to be I don't know, just extra happy and extra fun. But all the jokes are like things that I would think are funny. And I talk about D&D and nerdy stuff, and heck yeah.
Awesome. I've only tried D&D once, and I wish I could try it again. Yeah, because it's kind of fun.
Really depends on your group.
Yeah. It just was taking forever to get
people
through.
Can make or break it.
Yeah. Just because of how long it took, I kind of didn't really get into it too much, sadly. But I definitely I'm open to trying again at some point in the future.
Was like your DM were they like new to the game? Was everyone like new to the game too? So you have to like check the rules.
No, I think they were all
pretty
in a way veteran. And like my friend was hosting, he was trying to introduce me to D&D.
Okay.
In my opinion, I think he was doing a good job as the host. Honestly, it wasn't a bad game. It just to me, maybe it's just like to me because D&D is a long game. It's like if you get in D&D, it's super long, and so it's like you have to expect to be there for a lengthy amount of time, and I don't know, sometimes to me
3-4 hours on average.
It's like it depends on what my mood is, because for me it might have to do with the fact that I'm autistic, but it's like it's hard for me to focus on one thing and just stick to stick to it if I get I guess that's the right way, because for me it's like it's the opposite actually. It's I can only focus on one thing at a time really, and take it step by step. Like when I came to cleaning my room, my mom had to direct. Like I used to be really bad about my room, but she used to have to direct me step by step. Like pick up this, pick up that, pick up this, and then over time I become somebody who I do that one step at a time kind of thing. And so with D&D, it's like it's kind of hard to explain, but it's because I want to do so much with my day. D&D takes up a large portion of that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But like I said, I definitely am up for trying it again. It would be fun. I remember when I first tried, I was trying to pick up a blade. I failed 3 times. I just dropped the blade finally.
Oh no.
My character
You just rolling a bunch of ones?
I don't know. I was rolling threes and bad rolls. I just had horrible rolls. And I was a rogue.
Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah. Strength's usually not their strong suit if you're a rogue too, if it's a strength check. My gosh. Yeah. Okay, we're doing back and forth. My question for you would be, what got you into VR? Like, because we said you got it recently, and I remember because the first time I met you, I was like, has anyone poked you yet? Trying to figure out if you found chance yet?
I've been seeing people. I saw Miss Agent Fox. Some guy was like, actually, it was last night. I wasn't streaming, sadly. I wish I was, but I was just like coming up to talk to you and her and be like, hey, it was awesome to interview her, and then hey, I can't wait to interview you tomorrow. And that's why I went into desktop mode, even though I was still rendering the video, which I had to render again, but that's beside the point. But she was like, there's a guy on the ground who was like, I'm so glad I could chop my vamp sense, because with her character, she should step in on his nuts. And that was so funny to me. I wish I'd caught that on stream, man. That would have been so good.
Yeah.
But no, I haven't. I've yet to have someone testify a vamp sense. I think I might have it, but I'm not sure. But what got me in VRChat, honestly, was number one. Everyone probably says it a lot of time. Is A, the Knuckles meme. That's what I discovered VRChat through. But B, the reason I really fell in love with it and the community is from finding the channel in Addition. And that was he was the first person I ever learned about and watched on VRChat, and his personality, how kind-hearted he really is, and the fact that he does like normal content, but he also does like jump scare content, kind of like what Lolathon does. But either way, I love both versions of him, and he's just a super nice guy. I got to meet him, which was awesome. I really hope someday I can interview him too, because I'd love to. It'd be so fun. But it's like, awesome. He was who got me into it, and then VR Funny is pretty much the person who I watched to learn about new Twitch people.
Yep.
Well, actually, now that I'm in VRChat, and if anyone walks up to me and is like, hey, I'm a streamer, I would be like, okay, hey, I'll check you out and see if I want to follow you. And that's kind of my whole process. Like, it doesn't matter how small or big you are, I will show my support if I think I like you. Yeah. Kind of just my thoughts.
Heck yeah.
That's
one thing that I love about the kind of VRChat community is not like everyone's not like you said, like there's a lot of people that are like that, where including myself, where we're not just like, oh, biggest streamer, of course everyone loves Lolathon, but everyone loves to support upcoming people, and then small people too that maybe are trying to do something new, or trying to do something that's not within like the tried and true. Like, I feel like there definitely are like kind of like formulas that seem to have kind of developed over time for like what makes like a very like good clips and that kind of stuff that kind of can get you noticed fast. But there's a lot of people in VRChat that are also streaming that are like trying to do something new or something unique that don't fall in the category. So that's cool. It's good that people want to support that and will at least check you out and stuff, give you a chance, which is awesome.
Have you had the unfortunate people come in your streams, whether in the chat or in person in VR, and just like advertise themselves? Because I feel like that's something any streamer would face.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty lenient on a lot of that stuff in my chat.
It really depends on your mentality about that, really, if you're okay with it or not.
Yeah. So the ones that I don't like are the ones that are like in front of me in VRC on the stream. That will come up and be like, oh yeah, by the way, oh hey buddy, how's it doing? I'm streaming, I'm streaming at, I'm not I don't know. I'm pretty lenient about it, unless I have to really not like you to to actually do something about it, other than just be like, I'd be like, oh cool, I'm glad you're out there getting it, and then mostly like my mods on are good about either just asking someone to be like, say like, hey, let's not advertise like in the stream.
And I've seen you like to really
sometimes all I need to do is just
like from what I've seen.
I try to. I don't have I need to make I think an easy just command for my mods or anybody really that can just use it in my chat that can just takes it to their channel. But yeah, I like doing that, especially because if I find that they're cool and there's someone that I'd want to go follow, then heck yeah, why not? Thing.
I kind of understand.
Like Kelly last night, like they're cool.
Exactly,
Kelly's got pipes.
Oh yeah, I heard her sing. I was like immediately, and it's like the thing is like I'm just in general. I like to think I'm a supportive person who's like. Thing is for me, it's like, well, I would probably be upset if somebody came up to me and was just talking my stream like, hey, follow me on Twitch. I'd be a little upset. But if it's someone I generally got to know and like I learned, oh, hey, you're a streamer too, I'm gonna shout you out because either we're friends or whatever. Like, and I just got with a good question for you. Really, is do you think that numbers really matter when it comes to streaming? like in my opinion, I think I don't know. I want to hear your opinion on that. Do you think numbers really judge who you befriend on Twitch or befriend in VRChat?
Befriend who I? Oh, okay. So it depends on who I befriend. No.
Really?
So that's a hard question actually.
It is, yeah.
So do numbers like let's say if I don't know.
Like if someone was very small
because like I've become
to
friends.
Because in my opinion, it
well,
doesn't matter. Numbers don't matter. If I like you, I will support you. I'll follow you. And I'll be your friend no matter what. Like it just depends on that connection, that relationship. It's like, yeah, that's just my thought on it.
I think it very much depends on the individual. Like the way I'm kind of interpreting the question is I'm considered small compared to like I don't know, like Laxi or Chromia and stuff like that. With them, I think the main thing, like if I want to become like friends with them in like VRC, I'm friends with Chromia and Laxi. I think the main thing they gotta know is like that you're not gonna just show up to,
because they're a big streamer.
I hate to use the word like. Yeah, it's like I hate the term orbiter, but like that's kind of
I don't like it. I feel like sometimes I do that when I and I'll join a lobby and I'll wander just because for one
No. To me, orbiting is if you like just follow people world to world and don't like even like talk to them, just like stand in the corner, like don't even do anything, just because want to be in the same room,
or anything.
It doesn't bother me, but I mean, it could bother other people. I've talked to Maddie about this a couple times.
It almost feels like stalking at some point.
I mean, each person, it depends. But I think if you want to be friends with bigger streamers, that's kind of a tangent. It depends. Like you just gotta let them know, even non-verbally, you're not just gonna like show up every single time they're on and like be there in their face kind of a thing. And then just I don't know. I play along with like Chromie. I think I've gotten murdered like it's been like 30 plus times.
I got lucky enough to get shot in the kneecap by Lolathon, so
Lolathon. I have to meet Lolathon again. I had a really weird run in with him when I was first starting streaming.
Oh, what happened?
He walked up to me and I didn't know what he was wanting. He was wanting me to do something. He was doing like the ring banana phone. It ended up he wanted me to turn around and like he wanted to like put the banana phone in my butt.
What?
I didn't understand what he meant, what he wanted. So I was sitting there. He's like ring banana phone. He's like he's doing this and like you want me to go into the ground. So like play space move in the ground. He's like no. Like, he's not talking. He's miming. I'm like what? And then I like did like a 360 turn and I was like huh. He's like no. I was like, you want me? So I like went around behind him. He's want me to go around behind you. And he finally just went like this. And then went on to the next person. I was like, I don't understand what you meant. Until like 10 minutes later, I was like, he wanted to stick it in my butt. Okay, I understand now. Okay, it's kind of lewd, but all right. I don't know.
One of the main reasons I was asking that question though was because something I talked about with Miss Agent Fox, and she really liked my view on it, is like when it comes to me streaming, I'm very small streaming. Like I'm an affiliate, yes, but I'm small, and but for me, it's like behind every number, every digit is a face to me. So that's how I view it is. Every single number, like, because a lot of people I feel like forget, like as the numbers build on, they just forget that that's how many people there are. That every number is a person, and to me, I want to keep that mentality for my entire time streaming. Is each one of those people, they have something that they've chosen to watch you for some reason or another, so they relate to you in some way, or they find you entertaining. And to me, it's like it's good to show your respect to them as long as they can, like, because they're showing respect to you. And if you respond in kind, then you build a great community. Because like I feel like that's why a lot of communities turn toxic. Is you're not involved enough. You're not involved with the community, which is sad sometimes. But I know what I've probably seen for VRChat streamers, a lot of times they're not that way. They are very interactive with their audience, and I think that's why I love VRChat so much, because I feel like a lot more people understand that mentality of that everyone is a person, every number is a person.
Yeah. It seems to be like part of the like the VRChat streaming culture too. Is to think like, thank your even like mutes. I mean, even mutes are very active on thanking for subs and especially like donations and stuff. I mean, of course donations, of course, but yeah, that is could be I think that is kind of a unique thing about the VRChat streaming community versus the rest of Twitch, where a lot of the norm does seem to be just like, not even sometimes acknowledging. Well, I don't know. There's a point when I'm so torn on this. Apparently, there's supposed to be a point when like you don't acknowledge every single follow, but I'm just so OCD about it.
Oh yeah, for me, I'm
probably gonna do it until
I'm gonna lose my
I
mind
can.
if I ever get to that point where I'm getting followed frequently. But I want to do it because I want everyone to feel welcome.
Yeah. I still I try and say hi to everybody too that's new. I try to. It's tough when I'm like that. Hey, Mas. But it depends though, because sometimes if I'm trying to focus on things, that's one thing that I think it's amazing, like that we have. So we have a culture of like thanking everybody, trying to talk to chat a lot, quite a bit, while literally having this thing on our face and having to like have an entirely third-party program to be able to see our chat.
Exactly.
And actually be able to see it, and like we don't have like a second screen up on our viewpoint, where we can just be like boom, like hey, how's it going, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Because I'm so fast. When I'm doing non-VR stuff, I could be like, boom, hey, how's it going? Like, boom, I see you there. What's up? How's it going? Welcome to the stream. Here, sometimes if like, I don't know, someone's doing a bit right in front of me, or like doing something crazy, or I'm like getting chased by a lolly with a knife or something, I can't be like, like stare at my chat. So,
stare at your chat while you're running away.
And still, everyone still tries the best, I feel, to
Yeah.
Still interact and be nice to chat. Yeah.
I feel like I've been asking you a lot of questions. It's a cool thing to be part of. I feel like I need to give you a chance to interview.
So yeah, what made you want to interview people?
Honestly,
especially and in this format too.
Well, honestly, I'd say
why interview? Why this format?
Well, this format, like we're going back and forth. Well, I gotta say the first, I've been having the idea to interview people since I met another kind of smaller streamer called Fusion. And I met him, and I was like, you know what, interviews sounds kind of fun. And then, so I brought that up. Like, I have a clip about me meeting this person, and they're like, you could interview people. I'm like, and that's the second time I've heard about it. I'm like, I really could because they said that I have a very good narrating voice and like I could do like good narration and stuff pretty well, and I found that quite nice and stuff. Or like it's nice to hear that about my own voice, that it's good like that. So but then I met Agent. I almost said Agent Firefox. That would have been bad. Agent Fox, Miss Agent Fox. She she just pulled me randomly just pulled me into a room and wanted to interview me because she interviews people, which I just learned about her, which is cool. She does it on and off camera, and but it was awesome because I feel like we both agree that we became really good friends because of it. But it was like. It was like that back and forth where I would talk about something and she would talk about something, and it was very fun because then it gives both people a chance to kind of get to know each other. So it is an interview, but at the same time, it's just a genuine conversation with somebody you've never really had a conversation with. And it's just kind of fun, if you ask me.
Oh yeah, I think interviews would be fun. I think that it's because you can actually just ask, questions you just maybe even had about the person, even like someone that you've been friends with for a while. You can actually ask them targeted questions that maybe you wouldn't ask them, and just pass it. You're not just like, hey buddy, what's your life story?
Yeah. That's what it's. Yeah, it'd be pretty awkward.
In the middle of a pug or something.
Yeah, it'd be very awkward to do that. Just walk up to a random person in VR and do that. Tell me your life story. It's a lot easier if you just pull someone aside and like, hey, let's have a one-on-one conversation. Which can be hard. I know that. I'm glad I was able to get you to do this with me, because I know that you're streaming and you want to entertain and stuff, and so sometimes like interviews could seem pretty boring to people, but other people would be like, oh, I love this idea, and it's like it depends on who it is really. It's been fun.
I like interviews. I think they're fun, and I'm willing to sacrifice. people watch me in my kind of community is I think they're very unique and they're very lovely and they are willing to like go with me to like things that aren't like quote unquote like the things to watch
Yeah.
So, but like I don't know, I've had good response from like when I've interviewed people, like they've had good responses from it and they've liked it. So
that's the thing is,
I mean,
it really depends
on
it depends on your community. Exactly, we both are thinking the same thing. Yeah. Because it's like it's really depends on if the people are there to watch you or if they're there to watch the content. If that makes sense, like they're like because if they're there for your personality and who you are, then they'll really enjoy pretty much anything you'll do. And those are the people I feel like who are most valuable to have in a community. Like it not just like it's fun to have a community, but a whole bunch of people. But those people are the people who really bring the community together and just make it an amazing, welcoming place for other people who are new.
Mm.
Because I don't know.
I definitely say there's a bunch of those. Yeah.
Yeah. Me and Miss AJ Fox, we talked about a little bit about mental health too. So I kind of want to get your opinion on it. For you, have you had moments where like for moments where you're like really down or depressed? What are some of the things you do to cheer yourself up?
That's a good question. I find music helps me a lot.
That's always a good one. That's one of the ones I would say.
I'm a big fan of. I like finding instrumental music. Like whether it be like an epic like fantasy thing, or even if it's like sci-fi or like some like crazy like techno or something. Because I find it helps me like I don't know. It's cool to like listen to music and like kind of make up a little story in your head, or just like think of like the imagery behind it.
I actually wanted to be an author, so I'm pretty good at coming up with stories. So.
Oh hey, Pog. Well, I know my next question is so.
Oh okay.
But as far as mental health goes, I'm lucky. I have a wonderful. I'm married. I have a wonderful wife. We call her Mrs. Happy. Sometimes we do. We didn't do it yesterday. Yeah, we didn't do it yesterday, but we do wifey Wednesdays. But I'm moving to Sunday this week, so I have to move we have a switch, so I'm gonna move like my computer out in the living room and like hook up like TV and stuff. We can record and stream the Switch. Cool. So we do that on Sunday, so that'll be fun. But she loves it when we play Switch together. But she helps me out a bit. Not a bit, a lot. She's always supportive. I find that a lot of my stream team members, especially funnily enough, Maddie. Every so often, like if I'm like, sometimes like. I purposely stream without having the numbers on, so at any one point I usually do not know how many people are watching me, because it stresses me out. But like sometimes I'll get frustrated. I'm like, I'll look at. This is what happens. I look at things in VRChat that are working, for streamers, and maybe they are like more like lewd or more like each their own right and stuff, but it's like it frustrates me that if I'm trying to do something different, I don't know. Sometimes I'll ask Manny for advice and yeah, I know it. And it's not the right emotion to have, but it's
it's not the right mentality.
Manny will be like, well, just he'll help me think about it, and Manny's always good at he knows like the ins and outs of like because he's very good at making like clips and stuff like that, and I don't know. So he's always has like fun ideas. He's like, we'll collab on this, or it'll be fun to do this, or why don't you try this and stuff. And so Manny's really helpful.
Yeah, and my opinion,
it's all Team Hope. Really, they're all good folks.
And I want to ask about that
Team Hope chat that we talk to each other in.
I want to ask about that later about Team Hope. Yeah, but first I wanted to also bring up, and I know you were gonna ask me about the author thing. But this kind of ties in with the whole the streaming thing. I just want to cover this real quick, I guess. Is just I feel like when it comes to streaming or YouTube in general, the best content you can make is a content you enjoy. Because if you're doing content you don't enjoy making, it's your viewers are going to pick up on that. Your audience is going to pick up on the fact. Too. Yeah, and you're going to burn yourself out because you're not doing the things you love. And so if you're not feeling it, then you really should ask yourself if you really should be doing it. Because if you do something you much more enjoy, I feel like you put out content that is so much better than you could do when you do content you're forcing yourself to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree 100% with that.
Yeah. And I remember you had a question for me. I want to cover that before I move on to Team
Yeah.
Hope.
Yeah, you said you wanted to be an author. Like, are you like did you like take some like classes on that or like what if you could what would you write? Like, would you write like fiction, nonfiction, fantasy,
fantasy, fiction,
sci-fi?
romance, stuff like that. Like I'm a sucker
Cool.
for romance stories. It's just kind of my thing is writing about two
Hmm.
characters falling in love and stuff, and truly showing their support for
Mm-hmm.
each other. Like it's just one of those genres I felt like ever since I watched Lion King as a kid I've been in love with.
Can you feel the love
Oh
tonight?
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, that song really. That song just was so good.
Yeah,
Both
Hailey sang
versions,
that
honestly,
earlier. It
Elton
was
John
wonderful.
or the Lion King edition.
I knew it. Oh yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
yeah,
What specifically like what type of you can kind of break like like romantic, I guess, like genre like down. What would you like what do you like more like like it happens in an overarching story of like maybe some sort of like epic like fantasy going on, or would it be specifically about two
a
people?
little
Like
bit of
would you
both.
make a
A little bit of
book like
both.
that's like a romance novel, or would it be like a fantasy epic, or just like, I don't want to call it like a young teen, but usually when that happens, it's
Yeah,
like a young
yeah,
teen.
yeah, yeah. It pretty much
Oh, thank
does.
you.
Yeah.
No, thank you guys. Appreciate you. Yeah. What's my train of thought? You said both?
Yeah, a little bit of both because
Love
I
both.
like because
Okay.
like I feel like it's easier to do the overarching story because whereas you have to try and keep the spark alive throughout a longer romance novel, and it can be hard to write a, a story that people can relate to and enjoy when when it's like you have to keep that spark between the two characters going. When in real life,
Hmm.
like, and this can happen in any relationship, doesn't matter friends or like love, anything, so there are going to be slow moments where things are going to slow down and nothing exciting is going to happen. And that's what can happen in a longer romance novel, which is
Hmm.
why I kind of like the fantasy romance, doing something where two characters they fall in love, but at the same time there's like a obstacle they have to overcome
Yeah.
together. Because then it kind of keeps that entertaining for the readers.
Hmm. It's pretty cool when they're like really like fighting side by side versus like a horde of, orcs too or something.
Oh
It's like,
yeah.
wow.
Oh yeah, or trying to especially like hold on, phone's
Like
going off.
intrigue or something.
Oh no.
Yeah, I think someone else will pick it up in just a minute. Yeah,
It's like it.
yeah. Just give me one moment. Let me see. I'm trying to see if they're gonna.
No problem.
Oh, there we go. Looks like they got it. Okay. Yeah, my question was
Cool.
about Team Hope next. What exactly is Team Hope and how did it come to be? Really?
So I can only tell you what I know, because like really, the mastermind behind everything is Odin.
Oh yeah.
It's Odin's team, and so I'm not actually so I don't know for a lot of it. So the things that I know is what I can tell you is one day, oh man, I don't even know where to start with this. So a series of events happened. Myself, I had met Maddie Death, I'd met Party Waffles, and we were hanging out in Odin Fire's Discord, and we didn't know at that point, but Odin Fire was wanting to make a stream team for a while. I might be getting parts of the story wrong, so eventually, if you ever end up interviewing Odin, you'll have to get the full story from him. But this was just my point
I
of view.
hope to meet him so much. He seems
he
like an awesome guy.
He's awesome. He brought myself, Party Waffles, and Maddie into a room in VRC. So he said, "Hey, get on," and then he like basically just like gave us like a TED talk, basically, of like the do's and don'ts of like streaming, and like this is what I recommend, and like, like what do you do for this? It was really cool. I was like, I can't believe this is happening, kind of a thing. And then we just really became part of like his Discord, and like became like real good friends with this community. And then eventually, I remember like I just started my new job, like, and I was like during training, and then Manny messaged me in Discord and was like, "Hey, like, I just got it," because we did this thing called I think it's called, what is it called? It's been so long. is a category where it's like hope, like you're being considered for the team, and like myself, Party Waffles, and Maddie, and some other folks were part of that. We're like, what the heck? Well, for me, I'm like, how is this happening? Like, I don't understand. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, and then one day, Maddie was like, I got the email from, because you get an email from like Twitch saying like you've been requested to join a thing, and he's like, check your email tonight. So I did, and I got it. I was like, what the whoa! So that's really cool, and I don't know. I haven't been doing a lot of things with them recently. I think everyone's been kind of going their own way. Not going their own way, but we've just been busy, streaming, and then plus, of course, being locked up inside, makes it. Everyone's doing their own thing, but I don't know. The thing I love about Hope is we're all kind of like, we're working really hard doing our stuff. But no matter what, even if I'm feeling a bit down or something, or it's like I'll just like express like, hey guys, appreciate everyone, and that our Hope chat just like fills up with like everyone like yeah, and like hearts and little funny little emotes and stuff, and
that's awesome.
For me it's a place where even if like we're not like doing stuff with each other every single day, like some different members hang out with other members kind of more, just maybe because their schedules align. It's just somewhere where I can go and just get like recharged and be like, okay, cool, I'm gonna go back to trying to kick butt, and I hope to show how grateful I am to be with this amazing group of people, and then thankful to Odom for all the help that he's given, and there's a reason I call him Strawberry Sensei.
Yeah.
Or Strawberry Liege as well.
Yep.
Yeah. That's kind of my perspective on Team Hope, and I'm very thankful for it, and it'd be interesting to see you'll be interviewing Maddie and Maddie's perspective and stuff. You'll be see different like members' perspectives and stuff.
That's so cool. So
I think it's a great group of peeps.
Is it like the idea behind it is just a bunch of like very upbeat kind of streamers working together, or like?
Yeah, I think for the most part, yeah. And then really it's a big portion of it is does Odom think he could be like friends with you, are you actually like friends with Odom, and then everyone that's around them and the community and stuff like that, and it's I think because there isn't really any one thing that's really cool and I think pretty unique about Team Hope is there isn't really any requirements other than just don't do like stupid stuff that would make like Team Hope look bad or something like that. Other than that, like pretty much Odom's just go for it, man. Just do what you want, kind of a thing. As long so yeah, of course he'd love to see all of us like super succeed and stuff, but we're all kind of doing our own things and trying new things, and and I'd be surprised if Maddie isn't going to be partner pretty soon. So
he's not partner. I thought he was.
And then nope. He's really close though. And then Ariana as well. Ariana is
I briefly got
literally like
her.
point. Oh yeah, Ariana's fun.
It's just
she's a lot of fun.
I don't know. There have been thing is like I'm not saying specifically Ariana. Now I think about it, because Ariana, it wasn't one of them, but like there have been a couple of streamers I've ran into. Like it's like you have to be careful what you say, because some of them like hearing that you're a fan, and others then think you're just trying to. I don't know. Like some of them have been very welcoming when I say I'm such a huge fan. They're like, "Oh, thank you," and others have kind of just started being silent, giving me the silent treatment, it's like I guess it's kind of a bit iffy. Depends on who you really run into and what their opinion is on that, I guess.
Depends on the individual. Yeah. Also, I find that this really sucks. Like as you get bigger. This is more just almost like a VRC thing than just a Twitch thing. It's like the more you are like connected with like all the community and stuff. Because like think of it this way, I'm friends on VRC with like all Team Hope, a lot of like Chromia and Maxi and Paulus and all these wonderful people. And if they happen to be in a Friends Plus world and I'm friends with somebody.
They can join you,
and then they can join off me, and then and maybe they're trying to maybe just target them to like rip avatar. I don't know, it sucks. It sucks because you have to like think about you have to think
I've been
about
warned,
like
it's not like what I was.
I should really give him an interview, but my friend, Don Italiano, right? Like,
yeah. Oh yeah.
I feel like almost everyone knows him at this point, and at least from a lot of the streamers know him because he's an awesome guy, and he is like
he's really fun. I like Don.
Oh yeah, and he I'm trying to remember where I was going with this. Great, I'm losing my train of thought. This happened last time in my last interview too.
Has me all the time. So good.
But like he was giving me
talking about Don, how cool he is.
Yeah, should I think about before that, the conversation we were having right before that should think about.
I was talking
about being friends with. You said that
because he gave me a warning. He gave me a warning that I should be careful who I accept in my friends list because they could be trying to go get other streamers from me, and that's a very good warning to have. And that's why I'm trying to be more careful about who I accept friend requests from. Like unless I've met them, I've talked to them, I get to know them on a good level, and then I trust them. I'm gonna start being more careful because I don't want for instance, I don't want to bring someone toxic into your stream. And I don't want to bring someone toxic into New Dory's stream or any of their streams because I generally want to become friends with everybody. Like honestly, I kind of want to become friends with all you guys because all you guys are wonderful people, and I want to. That's why I love this interviews because I get to know you each on a personal level and kind of feel close to you guys, which is really awesome. Like I said, with Miss Agent Fox, we both agreed that we became good friends, and that was so good to hear. And I was just blushing the whole time hearing that. How much she was like, "Oh, I like you so much." I'm just like, "Oh, my heart hurts." It's just nice.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm a very wishy-washy kind of guy, I guess. I my emotions are always on a high, and so it's either I'm in extreme joy, extreme melting of like just joy and embarrassment at the same time, or when I do become depressed, it's extreme depression. So I'm always on an extreme level, and so, but I have my ways of dealing with depression. And right now, a big one though is like you said, listen to music and also VRChat, just talking to people, and it's been really fun being able to fun, down to earth conversations with people. And I don't plan to just interview streamers either. I want to interview just find a good person in a normal lobby and be like, if I genuinely connect with them, be like, can I interview you? And see if they want to be interviewed, and if it's okay to interview them on stream, because I don't want to put someone on a camera and not have them want it. Yeah.
Yep. Yep, that's good. That's a good practice. So I need to say it sooner, especially I'll try and assess the situation and be like, because if I join a world. And maybe because now most of the time people are like, oh, it's Happy Steward. I assume that he's probably streaming. They'll ask me, are you streaming or something? But sometimes people don't know. So, sometimes I had people be like, say something. I'm like, shoot, I'm streaming. I just got here.
Yeah.
It's not they're not saying anything to us. It's just maybe they say something about themselves or
I feel like it's better to just ask if you know a streamer personally or you have no friends. You should just ask them first if they're streaming if you're about to talk to them, because you don't want to go and say something that could either get them in trouble or just something you don't want to reveal publicly. It's just something you want to be careful about.
And the second thing too is even if I'm friends with you. Actually, especially if I'm friends with you. And all of a sudden you come on stream and you start just screaming the N-word. The only way for me to not get in trouble is I have to block you and unfriendly you.
Yeah.
It sucks, but I have to. So we've actually had that happen. I think with I think there's only one person it's ever happened with. Myself and Maddie, we had to block that person, but
that's why I think I'm gonna be not join public worlds anymore.
What ended up happening?
Oh yeah,
because I had that happen to me in a public world. I wasn't able to block die, but I just went to my home world. Was like, I told Steerner, I do not support that. I do not support that. Do not approve of that, because it's not something you should say. What?
As far as I understand, you need to do something about it, either leaving or if you're gonna stay in the world, you have to block them, kind of a thing, for it to still be within TOS. The best is for it not to happen at all, but if it does happen, then it's not just oh crap, I'm ruined. It's more oh okay, well now I have to do this, otherwise then I will possibly get in trouble, kind of a thing.
Oh yeah. I mean, it sucks though because I'd love to join Public Worlds because that's where you get to meet new people. It's just that there's so many.
I love Public Worlds.
Yeah, it's just that
I love them too.
the fear of toxic people can also be sucky too.
Yeah. For me, it's fear too of my stuff getting ripped, like all my this avatar or the happy con and stuff. Is a lot of Public Worlds you can get your avatar ripped off you. So it's like the only solace I have. I'm like, haha, the animations won't work. So you won't be able to use my hat, which is like the best part of my model. Because it just the tool that they use, it just rips like the assets for like the model itself. It doesn't do the animations. So I don't know. I don't actually know if there's any new ones that do that kind of stuff. But so I don't know. I used to have a lot of fun going to Public Worlds when I first started streaming because this is what I say about Public Worlds. You're either gonna find like the hidden gold or like the hidden like diamonds of VRChat, like the amazing people. Yeah. Or you're gonna find Mos Eisley, the summon villainy of the galaxy, Yep. It's kind of like what are the other, or I mean maybe just people just being shy. Yeah. Oh, that reminds me to my next question for you. How was the new? So were you on desktop before you? Got VR?
I only for maybe a week, maybe not even that.
Okay.
Yeah.
How is the new person experience, like the new player experience to VRChat for you?
As in being brand new to VR and being in VR. Well, at first it was terrifying because for me, I do have social anxiety, and a lot of people have joked in chat, being or I've seen other people's chats, they talk about he doesn't seem socially anxious, she doesn't seem anxious at all. I'm like, you don't understand how much I am freaking out inside. Like I am dying right now, and it's so the first couple of days were terrifying, and so I had to have a friend with me at all. I probably still do if I were to go to Public World. I still want to have somebody there with me. Because having a friend there to at least talk to if I'm talking to other people just feels safer to me, I guess. And but it's like when I first got in, at least I had a friend. I was gonna be like, hey, I'm gonna do VRChat. You want to join? And he was like, sure. And we immediately met. So we went in a public lobby, found some really cool people, and then from there we went in a couple more public lobbies, found some other cool people, added them. And it's like the public lobby thing is still kind of scary. But then I ran into Dawn, and Dawn just kind of changed VRChat for me because he's introducing immediately he took a liking to me, which was very awesome to have because and so he's been taking me around and introduced me to a whole bunch of people that are really cool to meet and stuff. And then I also met Steve Silhouettes. The same day I met Dawn. I actually met them at the same moment, pretty much.
She's cool. Yeah, I like Steve.
Yeah, and she's the one who introduced me to you. With her funny little introduction, she's like, "Happy Steward, I have a friend who wants to meet you."
Doing her. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's funny is actually earlier that day we just I can't remember if it was that day or the day before. She came. I'd seen Seed literally months because she's been traveling or moving and stuff like that. But it's so cool. It's so good to see her. But we we were sitting there in my homeworld. I just started the stream and we did the thing where you can make it's like a funhouse mirror on your camera. And we're sitting there doing we're sitting there just looking in our camera music playing and being like, Equalia's strongest potion. And I just doing it. She's doing her voice. She's doing the raccoon in the trash can thing from
Man, doing voices is
she's a lot of fun.
And doing voices. She is I've had some fun talking to her, both when she's all hyper and both when she's very in a very more chill moment, and she's just talking to her friends and stuff. So I've met her in both versions of her, and it's been pretty cool. But yeah, messing with your voice can be pretty fun. I like to tune my voice very low and deep, or go very high and sound like the guy that likes rusty spoons or a serial killer.
Yes.
I like the feeling on my salad fingers. It's just fun.
Rusty spoons.
Rusty spoons. The rustiest of spoons.
If you ever, speaking of rusty spoons, if you want, Maddie can do that like spot on. Oh my god,
really?
that dude. It's like that dude is always like going in. I don't know. He's always thinking of something funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the thing is, before last night, I'm very happy. Like Miss Agent Fox actually talked to him a bit. It sounds like before I came in desktop mode, because there were a couple of times I've ran into Medideath, tried talking to him, but he's probably too busy doing something stuff. But it sounds like they had a conversation about the interview with me, about her interviewing me, and so Medideath was like kind of more friendly to me. I was like, oh, hello, and I was kind of still shy because I'm a very shy kind of guy, but so it was really cool talking to him. And then I asked him if I could have an interview with him tomorrow, and after and he was like all up for it. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so cool.
Yeah.
I'm so scared to talk to you big streamers because I don't want to. Because I'm
not big, but I would consider Maddie bigger than me. But yeah,
in my opinion, you're still.
Oh yeah, I appreciate that though.
Yeah. And
I can tell you the reason why.
Why is that?
If you're wondering, like why. Oh, as far as like Maddie has to be super careful. Like even just who he just like hangs out with, because he literally had because a lot of his personas are a little more on the edge, a little more in your face and doing stuff. There literally was just groups of people that just followed him around VRChat for literally like months, just trying to crash him every single chance they get. So much so that he had to get like crazy like defenses and be able to like dump his like cash and literally just like frustrate all these people the heck to, so they stopped having fun trying to crash him, basically, kind of a thing.
I feel bad for him. That sucks. I hope that doesn't happen to me or any other streamer again, really. Like it's the toxicity that really sucks.
Yeah, it just means that it just makes you have to move into like friends worlds or invite only worlds, which sucks in its own right, but I mean you can still play the game. It's just that's kind of why you don't see, like, it's very rare to find, like, Chromia just running around.
Yeah.
Or, like, Fizzy or just running around public worlds, just because of that. They can find out which world you're in.
And that's why they're in private worlds and stuff.
Where they go this. Oh, but yeah, so it's don't ever think it, like, personal with that kind of stuff, Manny. I think Manny kind of follows the rule that I think a lot of big time, like, not... I think he's like, right on the verge of being partner and stuff. A lot of them will follow a rule of, like, 3 times. They see you 3 times, and they... like you or like they interact with you and they like that. So like even if they like you, sometimes some streamers just won't friend you no matter what, like until they see you 3 times, kind of a thing.
That makes sense.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I try and do that rule. I fail at it all the time.
That is
I don't know.
true, yeah.
For me, it depends who introduces you. Like for me, that's why I turned to C. I said, so C, like Active's your friend, and she was like, yeah. I was like, okay, then that's fine. Like I trust C.
And that's the cool thing. It's networking. It really is, and that is like this honestly is my first time experiencing networking ever. Like the whole thing where it depends on who know, because you know the right person, they can introduce you to anybody.
They know these two, then
but at the same time, you also have to be a good, like if you're gonna be introduced to people, you still have to be like, in my opinion, still a good person. You don't want to make this person look bad that they're introducing someone who's going to annoy this person. Like it's like if you brought like someone like completely racist to a celebrity, and you're like, oh, this racist guy's my friend. You don't want to do that. It looks bad on you, and it looks bad on the friend. So it's like, and so it's understandable. You have to be careful with that, and also it's best if you get that connection with somebody, that networking. I would try hard not to screw it up, really, because you don't want to go and ruin it for both of you.
My favorite thing was in like, sometimes I love friends are like, why did like Manny block me? I'm like, what were you doing? Why were you? They're like, well, I was kind of like doing this avatar, and like it was really loud. I was like, well, there you go. That's why. I can help you.
Yep.
Don't do that in the future. Everything, just think common sense stuff, but it makes it makes me laugh though sometimes.
Yeah.
When like people they're like, wait, so blocked me, or like so it's like, well, I don't know. Give it some time. Maybe try and contact them another way, but just like, I don't know. Don't be annoying to people, especially if they're like, if they're stopping what they're doing to talk to you. Because that's what people don't understand is like, I'm kind of weird when it comes to this, but like like I keep using Chromie as an example. She's just my like one of the bigger streamers. Me Odom. Like Odom will stop and talk to you and like be nice and. But Odom wants to like interact with you. Like Odom will like want to like offer you a strawberry or something like that.
Yeah. It's good if it's
Odom
good to play off
Odom is
it,
one of the
too.
nicer. Yeah, and then you just like if you just will run up to Odom and just like start doing like that's like the worst thing. Like running up to these people just do like an animation like in their face.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just like gonna be like, oh okay, all right, turn, start walking.
Yeah.
If you're nice or you do something silly or just be nice in general.
I mean, I feel like that's the big rule of the world is just be nice. And the thing is, and that's just like, and that's the thing is the thing that it's like the things your parents tell you, especially the stuff like your mom tells you, is often the best advice you'll ever hear in your life. It's like the whole like the whole thing of like my mom's main thing that she always lives by is if someone's being rude to you, kill them with kindness. Like because they're being rude, and you're still if you're still treating with kindly, they're gonna wonder why. Like it's like but at the same time, you don't want to be that person who's just letting them walk all over you. That's what you also don't want.
Okay, yeah. That's the thing I have to work on.
Yeah.
And then to walk, yeah. Tell you what, I snapped the other day. I was just like, no more. I'm done. I'm done. Like letting people be like. Oh, maybe they didn't mean that. Maybe they're just like being silly. It's like, nope.
Yeah.
But anymore.
Oh, 1 sec. I felt air. I felt the wind in my room, so I knew somebody had opened my door. So I wasn't sure what was going on. Oh, you still there? Uh-oh, I think he might have crashed. Or maybe I crashed. I hope it wasn't me. Uh-oh. Let's see. Yeah, I think he might have either I crashed or he crashed. Okay. He crashed. Okay. Thank you for letting me know. I'll have to wait till he comes back, I guess, or I'll invite him back once he gets back on. This has been a fun interview. This has been really cool. Man, yeah, I've liked these interviews. I want to do these more often. Oh, also, maybe after the interview is over, I can go talk to Miss Agent Fox or somebody. That could be cool. I would like to hang out with her again. So, try to tell you something. Not at the moment, GH. I'm trying to stick to the interview for now. Let's see. I'm trying to see if is he. I'll try inviting him back. See if that works. I'm alone here. So interviews. Just let me know after the stream. I want to focus on this one for now. Oh,
Since the new update.
There you are.
I crashed.
Yeah. I figured like you just suddenly froze and your eyes were still moving. But
oh. Always watching.
Always watching. Mike Wazowski.
Let's do it a couple things real fast.
Yeah, set up the cameras again.
Yeah.
It's fine. I'm going the whole Monty. That sounds weird.
I'm surprised Slade the cat is still watching. I'm glad he's still here. It's awesome. That is the map maker, right? If you remember saying that.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That's so cool. I'm glad he's watching this. This is so neat. Welcome to the stream, and I'm glad to have you here.
Okay. All right. Now, give her a shot. Okay. It's a weird feeling to look back in your headset and see nothing there, and then look back and like there's actually a chair there you're gonna land in, but you know.
That's true.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh, you're flipping around all crazy.
I know. To do that. Be on the floor.
There we go.
Oh my word. Okay. Reset.
Just thrust in the air.
Yeah, when in doubt,
Just a couple hip thrusts will
Public
take care of it.
Can't do that. Ooh, chords. Have to get up and. Okay, that's good. Is that good?
I think you went
Coming up-
good,
oh,
maybe. Maybe.
Alright, we're back.
Alrighty.
I'm sitting like on the pillow now.
Yeah.
Oh man, the pillow's so comfy. Oh yeah. See if I can actually like set it up.
Oh, there you go.
Alright.
Oh,
No.
you were just to get it all set up.
What? So go down. Do that. Do this. Alright, that'll do it.
Alrighty.
We're back. It's like if there wasn't enough excitement for you, VRChat's like, here you go, have a crash. There you go.
Yep, exactly. Personally, the new update has been doing the opposite for me. A lot of streamers have been saying that it's been a lot worse, but to me, it's been running so much better. I can actually go into these lobbies full of 30 people and not break as bad as I normally do.
Oh yeah, it runs better. It's just, I think it has something to do specifically with full body. I see a lot of people like I saw either for the first time yesterday, and I saw them. Kelly was telling me that they were crashing like all day.
I think it probably doesn't have anything to do with VRC. It might be Steam VR freaking out.
That could be
because people told me that Oculus, like running it through Oculus, actually was like fine. Like they were having any crashes. So but I do see on my computer, because I have Steam up on my other screen, that Steam VR does have an update like pending. So I wonder if that's supposed to try and fix whatever's happening. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yep. Yep. We're back. I can't remember what we were talking about before I just all of a sudden. Bloop.
Yeah. I think we got lucky. I think we finished on that, whatever that conversation was at that moment.
Oh, the last word was like, and that's what happened in the war, 1982. 1982. Yeah.
That's funny. Do you have any more questions by any chance? Because
I mean, sorry, the crash. The crash messed me up.
Yep.
That's really cool that you're because I'm always curious about. So let me like preface. I'm always curious about the new player experience because there's so many people coming into VR and like even myself, if I sometimes when I'm not streaming, I'll go into public worlds like and not my I'll still have a main account, but it'll be like not one of my models. Yeah. And just like the kind of like cringy and weird stuff that happens, not like cringy, but just like, you know, like not nice. People just swearing at each other and, you know, it's not my cup of tea. Yeah. So I worry about the new player experience.
The new player experience
people might be
toxic. I can definitely say that. It can be one of the worst experiences. Yeah. And that's what's sad is I think I was having this conversation with somebody. It might have even been you last night. I don't remember who it was, but somebody was like how it kind of sucks for the new player experience for like if it's their first time in VR, it's their first experience coming into VRChat and they are given a negative experience, so they don't really get it like us. They don't get the good connections with people because they don't go to public lobbies because it sucked. So they only get a small group of people. Oh, really?
She hated VRC for a long time. Until I finally begged her into trying it again.
Yeah. So she plays with you sometimes then.
She did. So when I first played VR back on desktop, like this is more over a year ago, she didn't really get it because we both didn't have VR, and she's like, that's kind of fun, like, you know, doing this stuff. Well, basically what happened is we were in a random world. I was like, you know, I just started out. I just like friended everyone, you know, like anyone that had a pulse was like, sure, I'll be your friend. Yeah. And like and apparently I was running off in this avatar world, and some dude came up to her that was on my friends list and said like something like really weird and creepy to her. And so she was just like, you know, it's like some dude that's on your friends list, and like I'm not, you know, she's a very strong woman. She's like, I'm not gonna put myself in like a situation where that's, you know, that's not fun to me, where I'm just running into that. And so I was like, no, crap. So I was like, okay, that's fine back then. But now I was like, recently I've been like, I wanted her to get in VRC more. Now the thing is her computer is not working well enough to do it now. It's having some issues.
Oh, okay.
But until I get fixed, she won't be able to do it because she's using my Oculus. But she actually liked it. She actually likes she likes exploring worlds. Like I like talking to people a lot more than she likes to. She likes to go and like explore worlds and be running around and like finding cool stuff. Like I took her to Hogwarts because she's a really big Harry Potter fan.
Oh yeah.
Like there's a Hogwarts map, and so she was like, "Yeah, we run around there and stuff."
That's pretty cool.
The issue is her graphics. She has a laptop. The graphics card is overheating.
Oh,
And I can't do anything about it because it's all built in. And when it overheats, it throttles, which means it uses less processing power, which means that she starts getting lower frames and she gets motion sick pretty easily. When it comes to VR, so she literally like all of a sudden I'll see her like laying down on the ground. I'm like in VR, like, are you okay? Like walk out there, and she's like, oh, I'm feeling sick.
Oh,
so,
that's not good. That's not good.
For the foreseeable future, until she gets a new computer, probably not. She's not gonna be in VR, but she actually liked it. It was cool having her meet people, and
that's cool that you guys play together.
Yeah,
like
so
that. That's really cool.
Yeah, it was cool. Like it was really fun, and it's kind of surreal. Like it's like she's in the living room. I'm in the office.
Yeah.
You know.
Except you could be right next to each other in VR.
Exactly.
Which is cool.
It's funny. It's like all of a sudden I'd see her pick up something, and I'd be like, "You have the cat?" She's like, "Yep." She's like, "And the cat, right?"
Oh, that's funny. That's cute. So, actually, that kind of made me come up with a good question. Is like it's just a simple, normal question. Is like, do you think you're more of a cat person or a dog person?
Definitely cat.
Cat.
But it's not.
There.
It's not. I'm a cat person because I've not had a chance to give dogs a chance. What I mean by this is, for the majority of my like adult life, I've lived in apartments, and I didn't think it was fair because we don't want like a small dog. We would want like a medium to large dog.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was fair to like not have like a yard for like the dog to run around in, and I know I'm the type of person that I would not want to go to the park every single day, kind of. Like I just know that about myself because that's the to get the dog their exercise. Go walking, go to the park. So we've been cats, but I like dogs. It's just we've just always had apartments, which are perfect for cats.
Yeah.
But we had a really good cat. Our current cat, Athena, is wonderful. She's a tuxedo. She's like almost. She's just a little bit over 1 year old, I think.
Oh,
She's still got a lot of kitten in her. The only issue, though, is she loves to be a hellion. She's the cutest thing ever. She like scratches on things, bites things, knocks things over. She'll what will she do? I remember I put up my green screen for doing non-VR stuff. I left my door open to the office for like literally a minute. I come back and it's like knocked over. There's like things falling off my desk. There's like things. Obviously, she like ran, knocked over the thing, got scared, jumped up there. She like grabbed one of my charging cords from my index and like started dragging it out in the hallway. I'm like, what are you? Oh my god! It's been like a minute. Cat, how is this possible? Which is adorable though. So worth.
My cat's so lazy, but I love him.
Nice. Older cat, I imagine.
Well, I mean, he's always been lazy, but I mean, he is older now. I've had him since my elementary school days, so he's been with me pretty much all my life, like at least the majority of it so far. And it's gonna suck losing him once he does pass. But I mean, our last cat lived till he was 19 years old, so my cat, is still that's an old cat, yeah.
That's a great grandpa cat. Heck yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I've always been a fan of cats because it's just like I don't know, I've grown up around both cats and dogs at the same time. I've just always been more of a cat person, I guess. I do love dogs. We've had Pomeranians and Pekingese, and I've thought about about how much I love Huskies and stuff because they're a cute animal too. And it's like I don't know. It's like I like dogs. It's just cats are always more my thing.
Nice. Yeah. So I think we're on the pretty same wavelengths as far as like cats and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Heck yeah.
Heck yeah. I don't know if you want me to ask another question or not.
Oh, I didn't know if you were done or not. Sorry, I lagged there for a moment.
I wasn't sure what was going on. I was like, okay, awkward silence has fallen over the room.
No, bad sometimes.
Oh, don't worry.
That was all good.
I'm brand new to interviewing, so I don't know the whole process yet. All I know is I'm enjoying it. It's fun because I get to know people on a very personal level.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Crap. I remember before I crashed, I had a question for you, and I don't remember it now. So as I said before, like I was really impressed by like the editing and stuff, and like I like the video, that you put on Twitter. Did you like what are you wanting to do with your like YouTube channel and stuff? Because you're streaming now.
Yeah. I'm sorry. What I want to do with it is
doing YouTube video.
Yeah, what I kind of want to do is I want to do. Well, I'm streaming right now, but I'm also going to do it on YouTube. What I want to do is I want to take the highlights, the best moments from my live streams, and put them together as compilations, or like with these VRChat interviews. I want to post them as their own video, and kind of as like so people can get to know the streamer and how they think, but also and also get to know them kind of personally, but also because it's how do I explain it? It's like it just kind of it's a fun little video to kind of show it. And if we for instance, like with Miss Agent Fox, we pretty much the entire stream. Most of the time, we were talking about like I said, mental health and stuff and we were talking about advice we have for each other, our philosophies and stuff, especially about ways to try and not be full of fear every day, ways to get out of that rut of feeling like every day is that same old day over and over and over again. And it's that kind of thing. And I feel like it's nice to have those conversations, especially for the viewers, because maybe the conversations will help somebody. And maybe the advice will give them the answer they've been searching for. Indirectly, but still, it could be very good and helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah, and one thing I'm also kind of worried about with VRChat is because, while I want to give people advice, I'm also not great necessarily. I don't feel like my advice I give is great. I also feel like a thing is, you don't want to just go up to somebody looking for advice at all times, especially if you're having a bad day or something the big fear is I need to talk to somebody, but I don't want to talk to a therapist. But it's in a way it can be fun to talk to your friends because they can give you good advice. It can be very nice, but you also don't want to just pour it all on one person and force it on them, because the weight on them now is just as heavy as it is on you. And now they're feeling the stress, and that is, in a way, it's not the best thing to do to somebody you consider a friend, in a way, or even a stranger. Not fair to do to somebody you don't even know that well. It's yes, it's fine to reach out to somebody, but at the same time, if you put too much weight on somebody, they're going to be crushed by the same weight you're being crushed by, and it's just something that kind of you need to be careful of. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I could see that. Especially if everyone's counting on one person to, kind of think. I mean, not solve their problems for you, but even just, if you vent to the same, if everyone chooses the same person to vent to, it's a lot of stuff to take in. Yeah, I agree.
And even one person venting to one other person, just by pouring all your venting on one singular person, if they're not a professional, it can be too much. If they're a professional, that's their job. That's why they're doing it. But as Miss Agent Fox said it brilliantly, every therapist needs a therapist. It's
oh, true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's you're still putting they're still being put under like I said, you're stressing them out, so they need somebody to let their stress out on. It's like a cycle, an endless cycle that's going to keep repeating, because it's just people need to talk to people, but you got to be careful not to I don't know. It's you have every right to vent to somebody and try and get some help, but at the same time, you got to be careful not to overwhelm them, or else you might push them away.
Yeah.
I
guess that does kind of bring. That does. I mean, that does come to one of the most common, I guess your thought on this too, is like one of the most common things I'll see streamers post on Twitter. It's been recently. I don't know if it's it's because there's a specific template for it or where it comes from, but there's a lot of people have been posting like I'm not a therapist, I'm not a therapist, like I'm not a therapist kind of thing. You ever see that on Twitter?
I've seen
Like
it
I'm not a
times,
therapist,
yeah.
like go fight. Yeah, that's kind of interesting. Like how, because one thing I think of streaming is like of course like myself and I think a lot of people they would love to about with that stuff, but it really depends on the streamer too. And as you get more people too, like people that are having like 300 or 400 people like in their chat, just being able to, see one person from the list, it's harder and harder.
Oh yeah,
but
as the numbers keep going
yeah.
up, it's harder to find that
Like,
one
it's-
person.
I think when it comes to like if you're trying to like classify like streamers in the world of like mental health, like it's better to think of them as like a place you can go to just kind of relax and like at least or be like if there's like a good culture, a good like vibe or a good community,
Yeah.
to be part of that and hang around and stuff. And of course, like if you get to like talk to the streamer, then that's great too. But wanting, especially if they don't really know you, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Like, because then I mean, like if you're wanting to like get deep advice from a streamer, probably not the best thing. There's probably better avenues, like talk to your friends or talk to someone else, on that account. But what you can use is if it's like a fun or it's a fun uplifting stream, then use that and have people be part of the fun and
and
enjoy
get your mind off the negative.
Especially I know a lot. Yeah, I mean like that's the thing. Like I've talked to a lot of the team up members and like we don't like talking about current events. Not usually.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Corona is kind of a different thing because like it kind of affects everybody. So like it's hard not to talk about that sometime.
But like I specifically like there's usual like you don't talk about like your usual things you don't talk about like politics, religion, that kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah,
because there's such a high chance that we're such a diverse planet that there's gonna be something there's something and so and I think and myself and a lot of other people we find that Twitch and streaming in general just like I don't know call it entertaining, but like that kind of vein, like I think Eileen's entertainer. I think a little bit's entertainer, but like we do it to get away from like everyday life, and we want you to come with us, kind of a thing. Yeah. So so we want you to come with the adventure with us, come on the ride, and not try and like drag what's going on, because like. Especially right now, I'm hearing a lot of people that are like losing their jobs and stuff like that, and a lot of people that are having issues in their life. Like, the best I can do is offer people, say, hey man, that really sucks. I'm really sorry. I hope you are able to find a new one. But it's not really much more I could do than that, other than just like, hey, let's go do something to get your mind off it, kind of a thing. Because I don't have an answer for you.
Yeah.
I can't be like, oh, it's okay. Well, come. I got a job for you. But that's not what I can't do that.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
I mean, yeah,
But,
it's not like one person can have all the answers that you need in the world, and that may suck to hear, but it's kind of true. It's like you may be looking for help, but sometimes it really the best thing to do is is kind of like look within yourself and deeply try to find what the answer you're looking for is ask yourself, and that way you're not thinking, oh, I have to find somebody else. You can just think, what can I do to help myself at this moment? What can I do to get out of this bad place I'm in?
And I find this even just like having someone just bounce ideas off of is real good too.
Yeah.
Like Maddie does that for me, even if it's just something simple, where I'll be like, hey, I'm not feeling very good about, I'm feeling kind of down about like streaming and stuff. He'll just be like, oh, like why and stuff like that. And we'll kind of just like talk about it a little bit, but
Yeah.
I don't know, just be spare the time. But
I want to kind of bring this up with you too, because like I said earlier, I said the same thing to Agent I almost said Agent Firefox again.
Yeah.
Agent Fox.
It's all good.
Maybe I should just call her Fox.
Yeah.
Maybe like as a nickname. That way I don't keep making them as mistake. I don't.
Whatever works for you.
Yeah, but one of the things I talked about is something I did. I'm gonna probably bring this up with every streamer to get their opinion on it, or anybody I interview, because like I say, I'm not doing just streamers.
Sure.
And because what I did one day, I randomly one day decided, you know what, I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna write down and my self-reflection of myself about all my opinions, all my thoughts. I'm gonna write all that down, and then I'm going to write down below that. I'm gonna write down under each of these why I think this way, why this has happened in my life, why, and just by writing, did I do a deep self-reflection on myself? I felt like I came to get to know myself better than I knew myself before. And it's something I recommend everyone do. And because if you take that moment just to write down who you are, why you think the way you do, and what made you think the way you do, it can change your way of thinking, but also it can what's what I'm looking for? It can clarify or clear up these things you didn't know about before about yourself, and it really brings light to the stuff you never thought you'd ever see out of the shadows.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. Just taking a moment out one day,
reason,
and just write down, okay, well, this is why I think this opinion, or this is an opinion I have. Why do I think this way? I love people who are honest more than people who try to make me feel better with lies or by hiding the truth. Why do I like that? And you can ask yourself that, and you can look throughout your life and try and find the answer about what events have brought you to make you think that way. And in my opinion, it's something I feel like anyone can do. Anyone should do. No matter if you're in a state of depression or if you're in a state of joy, if you do that one day, it's just a very eye-opening thing. That's an amazing thing to do for yourself that I think is very therapeutic and is really good to do. And even if you're not good at writing, it's just something that you can do for yourself, and anyone can do it really. And it's just a really good thing to do, in my opinion, for yourself.
Nice. Yeah, I can see that. Actually, I can see that working. It depends on the person, but yeah, if a lot of people think that would be really helpful.
Yeah, that's my thought.
Agreed.
Agreed. Very much agreed. Oh, I'm trying to commit the frog here. But yeah. If you were to give advice to somebody who was going through a rough time, in a moment where they feel lost, they don't know what to do, what do you think they should do? Their mind is racing, they can't get their mind off something. What would you be your thought process? What would you do to get out of that funk?
Oh man. Easy answers today. Oh my gosh, no, I'm kidding. That's a hard question. Oh man. Of course, it varies for the person, but I don't know. For me, working toward something always helps me.
Having a motivational goal.
Yeah, having a measured thing too. Well, I don't know. Even just having to be honest, a lot of having Twitch is really nice for me because there's kind of a goal. I have a goal of what I want to do, but there isn't really there's so much that I can control, and then there's a part that I can't. I can't control how people find my stuff, and but I can control what I can. So working towards that and just almost having a routine sort of is nice. Because especially right now, when my job's shut down for about a minimum about 4 more weeks, and if even possibly longer than that, cover for a school district. But still be able to do Twitch and have fun, of course. But that helps. Having some sort of a goal is always nice, and then having some sort of a goal that you can do, because
it's something you mentioned.
But right now, I don't even think I don't even think about partner. Like that's not something I think about, but I think about like what can I do to like today I was like a couple of days ago on Monday I was like, you know what, I need some different music for my for like the background of my streams, and I was like I kind of like electro swing, so I look for some, and I pay for a subscription to like it's like a music there's a lot of it has like tons of music that I can use, and they okay it for my YouTube, and they okay it for like basically my Twitch. They won't flag it or anything like that. But it's like it's like a WoW subscription for $15 a month kind of thing, which is fine.
Whoops. So one of the things I got from your advice from what you said that actually is another advice. Like you almost said it, but I think it's like something you're almost leaning towards is a good thing to do is think about the things you are able to do and stop dwelling on the things you are unable to do. Like
it's like I mean be aware of them, but like don't stress on them.
Yeah. What Miss Agent Fox also said to me, she gave me another piece of advice that I really liked was if your mind is racing and you can't stop thinking about these stuff, just focus on the color black. You can focus. She said you can focus on any color, but she specifically said black.
Really?
It was a good one to focus on, and I agreed with her with that because it's like a blank void of emptiness, and it's where your mind can just kind of stop, and all those racing thoughts can kind of just slow down, and you can just kind of clear your mind and take a moment just to breathe again and just let your mind take a rest because you're just overthinking, and it's just time to let your mind stop because you like even when you're dreaming it's not really an escape because your mind can still give you nightmares from stress and stuff, so or even not even just stress. I don't really know what triggers nightmares, but it's like that's why it's best to kind of do it like what's what I'm looking for, do it on purposefully making your mind just slow down for a moment and take a breath. That way you can finally get that fresh air you need and those fresh thoughts in your head that will try and get away the bad.
Interesting. I never heard that before. That's interesting.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just fun, all these ideas that I like talking about this stuff because I personally about a couple
like psychology and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, like I've not really delved into psychology that much, or had the idea of being a psychologist, but I love talking about people's philosophies and stuff. And I also I went through a very dark time recently, about 6 maybe 8 weeks ago, and where I was just how I explained it was I felt lost. I didn't know what to do, and I couldn't come up with an answer for myself. I just felt lost, and I was reaching out to something, just trying to find an answer, and over time I just stopped feeling lost. And I think for one I kind of started I can't explain how I found my way back on the right path, but all I know is that's what was the scariest moment in my life was being lost, not being like just because all these dark thoughts were starting to flood in because I was lost. I didn't know what to do. So I try to just take a step back and doing the stuff that I know I enjoy to do and the things that make me happy. And by doing those, I was able to actually kind of relax and feel a little bit better, which was a good thing to do. And yeah. I know we've been going down this path for a while though with the whole philosophies and stuff.
Yeah, that's definitely something an area that I'm not very I don't have an expertise in it, and I have very basic. if you think about like philosophies, I have very basic ones, other than just like, of course, like wanting to like be, basically I have like requirements that I have in my life I need to take care of, and then I can have fun. It's a big part of like philosophy. And then when it comes to being like, my philosophy as far as like happiness is some people. I think that some people think that trying to be like happy or trying to be upbeat all the time is willfully like ignoring like the like ugliness and like bad stuff in the world. Like I don't like that's not what I do. I think that people who see like know that's out there and like see it and like understand it and still choose to be happy and upbeat and still trying to be positive, it's a form of bravery, and it's like being defiant in a way. So
Yeah.
I like one of my favorite characters is All Might because of that.
Yeah,
Because
yeah. Oh,
from my hair, yeah,
yeah, I
he
love
smiles
that
when he's
show.
scared. So
It is. It's a
yeah.
great philosophy, and
Mhm.
it's like, and the just everything. The whole idea of that show really is like, I don't know. I love shows like that where it's all about like it's this high action, but then there's these super emotional moments that really resonate with you, and these characters
Mhm.
whose beliefs and stuff really like I said resonate with you as a person. They are almost like
Mhm.
like a embodiment of yourself. Like you can really see yourself in them or see parts of them in yourself, and it's just
Yeah.
it's kind of cool. Yeah.
That gets me on the topic of like, do you? So we can kick away for this. What are your favorite animes? Like, are you really into like a specific one right now, or like what? Like, yeah, do that.
Yeah,
What's your favorite anime, and then what's the one you've been watching recently?
my favorite anime of all time is it's very tough to say because there's so many good ones I've watched. So many, like my list has gotten too
Mhm.
long to like at this point. I stopped can't like I was keeping track for a while, but after I reached almost 300, I was like, okay, I can't keep writing this down. It's making me crazy. But I have to say, my favorite one, I think, is just because I love the female character in the show, what she says, the main character, which is the show Rising of the Shield Hero. If you've seen that,
I don't think I have. There's a lot of anime I haven't seen. I haven't seen
but
like kind
basically,
of the usual ones, but I haven't. Yeah.
he gets chosen to be a hero for this world, right? And then, but basically, the world turns their back on him, where he's supposed to save the world, but the world is like, well, you're horrible, you're a demon, and they tell him that, and like since pretty much almost day one, and he gets horribly treated, and then so gets this like black
Mhm.
heart, and then this character though is the first character who kind of opens up to him is this character who basically eventually comes like is the one who tells him, I don't care if the entire world turns against you, I will stand by your side. And that meaning resonated with me. Just that's why it's like that embodiment of not like just that whole thing of standing with someone through fire and the flames because you believe in them is kind
Mhm.
of just something I find beautiful, which you can't always do in the real world. But at the same time, it's something I feel like a lot of people hope for is to find that person that truly they will support through whatever they go through.
Mhm.
I feel like it's
Yeah.
not, yeah.
Yeah, that's a big part of.
What about you? What are your favorite
if
anime?
you're- Oh, of course, My Hero Academia I think has got to be my favorite. That's what I've been watching recently because I've been trying to catch up with the most recent season.
Oh, I didn't answer that.
I'm a sucker because I
like that the.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
You go
I'll
first.
do my recent ones. My recent one is in My Hero Academia because I've been trying to catch up with it. I love the dub, so I have to wait for like portions of it to be dubbed because it lags behind the sub.
They're both pretty good, in my
So I
opinion.
like a lot of the actors.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I don't know. My favorite one of all time. It's kind of dumb. Well, it's not dumb. As far as I love Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
But it's not because of like the quality of the show. It's because of like the time of my life when it came out. Like I watched it on Toonami when that first came out.
Yeah.
I remember like being a kid and like watching that. That was really cool. And like I literally would go over to my neighbor's house. I didn't have cable at that time. I'd go to my neighbor's house. And funny enough was what's my real name? But we actually share the same real names. It was kind of funny. So my neighbor was like the same name as me. But and we went over there, and so his sisters would be watching the tail end of Sailor Moon. So always like see like the last like 5 to 10 minutes of Sailor Moon, and then we sit there and watch Dragon Ball Z like at like 6 o'clock in the evening. It was kind of a fun time.
Yeah.
So kind of like a good memory attached to that. So yeah.
It's like me watching Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh back when I was a kid, especially Pokemon though. It's just the nostalgia really helps make you love a show more than others.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, Pokemon, so good.
Gonna
be the very best.
Whatever was. In my opinion, my favorite Pokemon region is Sinnoh. I loved the Sinnoh region so much.
Which one's Sinnoh? I don't remember that one.
That's the 4th generation.
I know. Is that like Is that like black and gold, or I can't remember what the.
Well, no.
I know by the game.
It's diamond and pearl.
Or black and white, right? Diamond and Pearl. I
Yeah.
don't know if I played Diamond and Pearl. I think that's one of the generations I never played.
Oh man, it's in my opinion, it is it is my favorite. I don't want to say it is the best because that is obviously my opinion, but like it's my favorite region for various reasons. It's the region I spent the most on. I don't know, and some of my favorite Pokemon are from there too. Speaking of which, what's your favorite Pokemon?
Oh, Bulbasaur.
Bulbasaur. For me, it's Vulpix or Ninetales, either or. Vulpix if it's
nice.
It's just adorable, and Ninetales because it's just kind of both beautiful and powerful at the same time.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
I have an interesting relationship with the original Pokemon. So where I live, they used to actually have there's Wizards of the Coast, which now basically just like publishes D&D stuff. And like I think like they do other stuff too. But they used to where you live, they used to have actual locations in malls. And so I went there with my mom one time when I was a kid, and there was a store next to Wizards of the Coast where she was like she needed to go, so there were debuting Pokemon cards. Like it was like the first time the Pokemon cards were in the US. And the show hadn't even started yet, and she was like, okay, so like I sat down with this dude and he like played Pokemon cards with me. I was like, like 8 or 9 or something at the time. And I was like, this is way cool. And then I remember being at my grandma's house and seeing like the first like ever airing of Pokemon. I remember like making sure to get home because I would go to my grandma's house after after school and stuff. And so good times with Pokemon, both the card game and the thing. And then, got like Pokemon Red and Blue and stuff. Oh my gosh, good times. Good times.
Yeah.
Those were the best times as a kid. Getting up in the morning before everyone got up, I'd be like sitting there just playing my Pokemon.
Oh yeah.
Good times.
Yeah, Pokemon. Like I played so many Pokemon games, like all the way up to Sun and Moon. I pre-ordered Sword and Shield, but I immediately canceled it because the day after I pre-ordered Sword and Shield, like they were like, we're not gonna put all the Pokemon in the Pokemon game. I'm like, okay, then I'm not gonna have Pokemon anymore because if there's even one Pokemon missing, it's not good. Like, come on, don't. That's just my opinion, though. I know some people think, "Oh, it's better; it thins the herd." But in my opinion, it's just the awesomeness to have every Pokemon, and the whole thing is Pokemon originally was gotta catch them all. So it's that's why
How many would that be now? That'd be like over 1,000, right?
Pretty
They had all
sure.
the
Honestly,
generations?
it's something around there. I do know that they were. Yeah, they are over 1,000, I think now. But yes, that's a lot of Pokemon. I know that'd be hard to code in the game, but still. Well, I don't know. I mean, look at how big Breath of the Wild is, though. That game was very much so an impressive game.
True. I haven't played Breath of the Wild, but I've seen it.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Exhibit. Yeah.
Well, I feel like we've talked about a lot and covered a lot in this interview, though.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sure thing.
unless you want to keep going. I don't know if you have more you want to talk about, more you want to cover.
I don't know. We covered a lot of the usual stuff, and then I never talked to anybody on stream about like mental health and stuff like that, so that was cool. And I think that's good. Good for now. We can always if you end up doing another one in the future, then we can
do a follow-up interview.
Expand on. Yeah.
I mean, I guess that always works. Like part 2, whatever. Like second interview, follow-up, sequel, whatever you want to call it. I think that'd be cool. But yeah, this was very fun. I enjoyed this.
Interview 2, Electric Boogaloo. Heck yeah.
Yeah, it was fun. I feel like I got to know you pretty well too.
Oh, I lagged out there. What? You said you got to know what?
I feel like I got to know you pretty well as well.
Pog.
Yep. Well, I definitely hope to see you around in VRChat more. That's a big hope of mine, so I can see you around.
And then, before we go, we gotta make sure to do this. Is like, Where do folks? Because I know you're gonna be doing this video.
On YouTube, yeah.
This one interview, and then you also on YouTube. And then what is your YouTube for everyone to know?
My YouTube, also you can my Twitch is the same pretty much, but like that way they can catch me live during doing any interviews. Although there's probably on YouTube, I'll still cut out a few things here and there, like from the like if I feel like it's something in the interview shouldn't be in the video maybe or something, even though yes I live stream it, but I don't know. But for me, my Twitch, like, do you want to do both? Is that all right? I don't know.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Right.
If I'm on an interview, I want to know what your stuff is, and okay.
All right. For my Twitch, it's twitch.tv/active_genesis, and for YouTube, it's youtube.com/activegenesis, all one word.
Cool. Just let me also do this real quick. So. Oh my gosh, why is it over there? Oh no. This be interesting. Can I actually reach it? I cannot. Oh no. It's gonna change my point of action. Maybe I can. Wait, what? You guys can't. Oh, that's interesting. You guys can't see it over there in my view. Interesting. What do you see in my hand? You can see my chat. You just can't see that. Oh no, you can. It's just I can't see it. Yeah, it's over there.
Also, just
it's
curious.
this right here. Active Genesis.
I'm also just curious because you brought something up. So for the for when you're using like a OVR toolkit or whatever, is there a way to let them see chat through the VRChat camera, or does that just not work?
You can. Yep. So you have to use a OpenVR. It's a tool that you download, and so you have it. So what it does is it shows them what you see in your headset, not what the shows up on your computer screen.
Oh, okay.
So that way you can also have because what people do is they'll have their headset view, and then they'll have a game view. That's what the little person you see, how I can put myself down in the corner.
I've seen a lot of people
it's actually
do that.
a game view of myself. That's because so that's what you do for that. But OpenVR is the tool. I think it's OpenVR input.
How do you make it so it's just the avatars? Because when I see like a lot of streamers do that, that's like a lot of time it's only the avatars. Like you don't see the background or whatever. You just see them walking around.
Yeah. So they'll either make it a green screen. What they'll do is there's a couple different options.
Oh, it's a filter on the camera, right? This thing.
Yeah, there's the little star thing. They'll do different filters. So if you're looking at it, it's the one in the top right.
Yeah.
It's got little squares. That'll make it so it'll try and tries to take everything behind you. It'll still get avatars, but it won't get environment.
Yeah.
Sometimes certain shaders will break it though. Probably the best way to do it. I don't do this because I'm lazy, but I need to.
Yeah.
There's a green screen one too, and then you can just green screen it out. Yeah. So and then you can do that on OBS. In that way, so you can put it down the corner and then just have it be. I call it literally corner cam.
Yeah.
On my thing.
One of the things, I feel like sometimes I should do that, but I also kind of like just have it in a way, almost just having this camera because it almost looks more cinematic because it's not so jolty and moving around. Like just it's still, and it just kind of I don't know. I'm still figuring out how I want to stream and stuff, and how I want to do all my stuff. But yeah.
Yeah, you'll. You got a hiccup there. You'll develop your style too, because some people I know Sean VR, he almost exclusively uses the camera as a selfie kind of a thing.
Yeah. I think Ladle does almost the same.
Switch
thing, right?
between them. Yeah, Maddie changes between them. It depends on what you're doing too.
Yeah.
For me, I find if I'm out if I'm out. If I have to be doing a lot of things like talking to people or talking to people, also moving around, also looking around, and also watching other people, sometimes I like to put it just to my eyes. And that's too much for me to have to be self.
Yeah.
What's going on self? What's going on self? What's going on? kind
of
thing.
Depends on the person.
But it's it depends on what you're doing too. Even Neither has a very unique way of using they like put their camera way up in the sky, and then they turn it so it's the eyes looking at you, so like it tracks you moving. But when it's so far up, it just basically looks like it's tracking your entire body. So neither has it. He has it down in the corner, but it's their view, but it's also them in the corner, like moving around. It's really cool. My friend Miss too, who I think is actually a little inspired or is a fan of neither too. Also, he does that. It's a very good effect, and she's also very good.
Yeah.
Full body, she can move like crazy. Like she can infinite walk all over the place. It's pretty cool.
Slade said that he uses the transparent one because of his green eyes, and also that anyone wearing green with a green screen will be transparent.
That's true. That's true. That's why, yeah. So heck yeah. maybe I got it correct. It will mess up some avatars though. It depends. I don't know like what causes it, but some will kind of freak out.
Oh, okay.
The weird thing too is specifically if you were reaping, I don't know what it is about his model. His model, whatever shader on it freaks out when you point your camera at it. But on stream, nothing's wrong. It's just in your camera. So I don't know if maybe they fixed that with the new update. I haven't seen reaping since the new update, but I was using him as just an example. I don't think he minds, but there's other models where I'm like, what's going on in there? And I'll like take my headset off, look at the stream, like it looks perfectly fine. Oh, okay, weird.
Yeah.
So. Yep.
Well, that's awesome.
I forgot. I mean, isn't this like your like second week now, like literally in VR? So
yeah,
I think you're doing good. If you're figuring out all this stuff, and it's
yeah, and I'm meeting all you awesome people.
Than I was.
I'm befriending so many of you awesome guys. It's so cool. It's I'm still like inside melting because of how cool it is and stuff. But at the same time, what I'm most happy about is actually making friends with you guys, getting to know you. Like it's just awesome because then I feel like I'm not gonna be so shy around you, or like one thing I'm always terrified about doing, and people like probably seen on my streams, I'm so terrified because I see so many people are in private worlds. I'm so terrified to request off them because I don't want to annoy them. But like Miss Agent Fox has told me she's fine with me doing it, and because the fact that now she's gonna know me, which is cool.
Yeah, I'd say just do it. So the worst thing they're gonna do is see it and be like, okay, well, I can't, talking to someone or something, I can't do it now. They're not gonna do anything.
Yeah.
They're not gonna The one thing that does, I hardly ever have is if you just like flood it with like invite requests, which I know you won't do, but that's what frustrates people sometimes.
Yeah, I was just checking. Somebody new followed me. Thank you so much. I'm very grateful. Also, I should probably do this. Even I forgot to do this the last time on with my interview with Miss Agent Fox, but I did put it at the very end where to follow her, and I also said check the description and stuff. But you should I bet anyone watching me is probably gonna know who you are, and if not, you want to go ahead and say where they can find you.
Yeah. So Happy Steward on Twitch, or I think it's my YouTube is very bare bones right now. I'm still working on it, but it's still Happy Steward there too. And then also I'm on Twitter. It's actually Steward Happy.
Yeah.
That's kind of I don't know why it's backwards. It kind of frustrates me, but that's the way it is. When you look at me on there, it's Happy Steward, but like if you want at me, it has to be at Steward Happy.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I don't know what I did wrong there, but whatever. So yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, those are the three main places you can find me. Mm-hmm.
Awesome. That's good. Yeah. I should probably post it. I'm gonna probably need to go and start posting Twitters because even in all my my compilations of clips and stuff, I always make sure though unless I don't recognize somebody as a streamer, I will put them in the video or in the description, this is where you can find this streamer who was in the video, even if they're only in there for a single clip, just so people can easily be like, oh, I really like this guy, this was cool. But like I said, there are gonna be a few streamers I still don't know in VRChat who I'm gonna feel bad about if they're like, "Oh, you didn't put my link in the description." I'm like, I'm so sorry.
There's so many, so I understand. There's so many.
Yeah,
I do that too. So
But yeah, this has
Just-
been fun.
Just do what I did. Say like it's like, hey, I'm new. I'm learning everybody and stuff. And people,
Yeah.
if they get offended, then
Are you gonna come out and eat a French?
they get offended at that, and they should get offended at that.
Make yourself a French dip sandwich.
Okay, I'll make one
Now or later.
later. But yeah, I actually, so I was just told that. Oh, hold on. Oh, well, I just got before I go. I was just told to tell you that you are a baka.
No, that's Lily.
Somebody from my
Hello.
chat just said that. Yeah.
It's probably Lily.
Yeah.
What's up?
But yeah, this has been a fun
Dan.
interview. This is my second time interviewing anybody in VRChat. It's been
Heck yeah.
real fun. It's
Yeah,
nice
like,
getting to know you.
what's good is each new interview you'll know what questions you like to ask and stuff, and so yeah, every single one there'll be the new learning experience. Same with me. So I've only done 2 interviews as well myself. So
Oh,
heck
really?
yeah, dude.
You seem like you've
Yeah.
done more.
Yeah.
Yeah, hold on. There we go.
I've only done 2.
Fist bump.
Heck yeah.
If I had an index,
The
I'd try to do the
Goldens.
finger wiggle.
The finger wiggle. Oh.
Like when you punch
Gotcha.
and you do like the finger wiggles away.
Oh, the blah blah blah. Yeah, from my Big Hero 6.
Yeah. But yeah, I gotta get off for now. I will be probably streaming a little bit like after this, but it probably not gonna be interviewing
Okay.
yet. But yeah, I am.
Cool beans.
Yeah, but yeah, it was nice talking with you. Very fun.
Heck yeah. We'll be happy to be on, and I'll be a good stream right now and later too.
Yeah,
I'll
thank
see you
you.
around, buddy.
See ya.
Woo!